Hey guys, what is going on? Cryptonome here, and I'm back with another video. Now, this is a new video. We're going to be covering a bot that we have never talked about before. It's newer to the game, and I think it even launched from an ICO a few months ago, so it was kind of like a pre-funded project with a team. I don't know that much background about it, but there was a couple users in our Discord that brought this to my attention and were like, hey, Gnome, have you heard of this? Can you take a look at it? We started using it. We want to talk about it. So the first thing I had to do, of course, was look at it. So I spent the last 2 or 3 days putting this up, and like I say, anytime I look at a new bot, I don't think it's worth ignoring anything because that's not the right approach. But because there's people in our community that are using a lot of things. So like going back in the past, we haven't done it right correctly in the past, but now what I'm doing is logistically looking at things, making sure that it's legitimate. That's my number one thing is I want to make sure that these new products that are popping up, the new bots, especially when it's like this in the cloud, we always have to be skeptical first because in the past we have things try to act like bots, but they're not. So the first thing, this is a bot. It is taking trades. It's placing trades on the exchange. So like the legitimacy part, looking at the team, the LinkedIn, talking to the email through support, it seems legitimate. So, I mean, it is. I'm watching it place trades. It's doing exactly what it says. They have a wiki, everything. So I'm glad I could check that off because that's always my first fear. So that's good. I'm not going to do a full review. I haven't had enough time with my hands on this yet, but like I said, I did want to bring it to your attention, show you what's going on, and all that stuff. So basically, I started using it. I'm using a small balance on each bot. I started a Bitcoin-based bot and a BNB bot. So we'll go over some of the basics first. You can see here, this is kind of what the trading thing looks like. And if you guys are waiting to take a look at this, hang on. Like anything else, there are affiliate links. I put it down below if you guys want to click it. No need. If you do, it goes towards supporting the support team. And if you use the link, you do save 10% on the subscription price of the bot. Now, I'm going to go over the pricing structures, the pros and cons of which plans they have and stuff like that. And is this viable to use? One of the questions has been, is this viable to use with as like a bag buster for profit trailer, or to use in tandem with it because they have a different option? So we're going to look at all that stuff, and obviously a few days is not enough to see what it is, but I mean, it seems to be working exactly how they described it, but it definitely is like anything new, takes more time on. So before I keep saying all the same stuff, these are the positions. So when you open a position in it, you can see them on here. It shows kind of levels. This is basically all you get. It shows where you are percentage-wise and where it comes out in a sell, how many times it can buy, stuff like that. Then it shows your deals. So this is basically your sales log. They call them deals, but they're basically trades. And in here you can see there's just a ton of trades. In 2 days, we've made 519 trades. So it's smoking through trades right now. I don't know if this would be all the time. It's hard to say, but it's smoking through trades right now. That's all I do know. It is working well. It's kind of hard for me to know where to take this because I don't want to give it a review. It's too early, stuff like that. That'll come later. But I'm just going to show you guys what's going on. So the pricing, we'll go over that first. So there's a couple different bots you can use. You can use, how do I get into this? So if you're going to make a bot, you can go in here, and then there's a couple different bots you can use. So I have two. I have a BTC bot and a BNB bot right now. And basically that's your base pair, okay? Now there's 3 different bots you can do. You can do a short bot, a composite bot, a simple bot. And these are in progress. So the simple bot's pretty simple. It's basically you go long or short. I'll just pull it up so you guys can see. You pick long or short, and then there's strategies you can use in here, but I'm not going to go into all that until a second. The short bot is just for going short, and you can only do one pair at a time right now. They said they're going to update that, so this should be changing this week, they said, I think on the 28th. So But I don't want to go into that right now because that's a whole another thing. And then the composite bot. So the composite bot is what I'm using right now, and we're gonna go into how to set that up and stuff for a second. The first thing I wanted to talk about was with the short bot is if you use the short bot on an existing bag, because let me pull it up again. What it lets you do is take a pair that you're holding. So say Litecoin, it'll tell you how much Litecoin you have here, and what it does is it sells it back in the base pair, waits for it to fall down more, buys it again, and then tries to make profit. So for the people who are saying, can we use this for a bag buster? I really don't think so, because basically what it's doing is they're saying you can short, but if you're already holding positions, all you're doing is you're selling your base pair in profit, or you're selling the pair you're holding. So say you're holding Litecoin and it's negative 30. You sell that back to Bitcoin, and then you wait for Litecoin to drop more, and then you buy back in and then try to make gains. So could it work? Yes. Are you going to be able to track your position efficiently in Profit Trailer? No, it doesn't work that way. If someone finds a way, we're going to have a channel in the Discord where we can discuss this and see if it can work, and that would be awesome. But I don't know. I was trying it the other day. Like, we made some positions that were negative and tried to see how it would work, and I'm not sure if it's a thing that we can do, but we're open to exploring it and seeing if it can work. 100%. We're always looking for different things, so we are looking at that. So basically what I figured out is I'm going to have to there's a free 3-day trial, so that's what I started with, and then you get 10% off if you use the link. So that's where I'm at. So you can see it removed the 10% for me. And then I'm going to have to use the pro version because if not, they charge you a commission. So a commission on your profit. So every time you make a profit, they'll take 50% unless you get the pro. But basically, I mean, you can see here, I took a loss testing the short. How do I see this? I took a loss testing the short today on purpose. But I've already made the monthly thing in the profit in 2 days. So I was up to 110 this morning, and then I took a loss on 2 coins that were short. I had 4 short bots going. Whoop. And 2 of them were at a loss, so I just closed them out because I was like, I don't want to short. Everything's mooning right now. It doesn't make sense. So I closed those positions and then flipped the short bots off. So that's the other thing. If coins aren't going down, there's no reason to use a short bot because you're going to be selling back to the base pair expecting it to fall more, but it's not going to, because if you look at the market right now, everything's green. So keep that in mind. Don't start a short bot if the alt market is bullish, because that makes 0 sense. If everything's falling and it looks like to be the trend, like for the day, that's where I think that could be useful. But besides that, no. So basically, where were we? Back to the subscription. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place right now. So back to the plan. I'm gonna have to use this one because I'm not gonna pay 50% on all my profit. That's stupid. When I can make I'm making the $76 back in 2 days, not even, and that's off of, I think I'm only using I'm using a half a Bitcoin. So if you can scale that. I mean, we can go into calculating that and stuff, but I mean, that's a whole nother story. But I think it's easily possible to make this profit back if you're using that. All right. So the other cool thing about this is it makes it really easy to share. So I'm going to show you how, basically I copied my bot already. So this is the bot I'm using for BNB. I named it test bot so you guys can see. Now, what you do when you're setting up a bot is it shows you your balance in BNB up here. So it says, I have 56 BNB on the exchange. This is a cool thing about this bot that this does do. You pick all the pairs you want to trade. So there's all the pairs I want to trade there. And then you pick how many active deals. So these are pairs. So think about how many active how many trades do you want active at once? So 7. So up here it says your safe order price deviation is 8%. And so if you go over here, let's go over that. The deviation is, so there's a wiki section right here, wiki. And if you go over to that, it'll show you your price deviation. So it tells you basically how far down it'll watch the price. It'll protect you from, basically. And then the percentage it'll take you and this is the percentage of the balance that you're using to run these settings. So say if you have 56 BNB, say I want to run 10 pairs with these settings, it's going to say you're using more than 100% of your balance. Warning, bot will use an amount greater than you have in the exchange, meaning you're going to run out of balance. So you can go through here and find your sweet spot based off of your settings. So you can see if we run 9 pairs, we'll use 95%. So we'll always have enough to cover the settings that we're using. So there's some other things in here, like, so the base trade is your first initial buy. Safety trade size is every buy after that. So it's every, this is like a DCA basically. Your target profit percentage, you can pick from all of your volume or your base trade, which is very nice because it's just set right there. Your profit percent, so that's how much profit you want to get off that base trade. How many safety trades, this is how many levels of DCA and how many active do you want. So what this does is it places orders as it goes down. So this pre-places orders basically. You can read the wiki on how it does it. Your deviation, this is the percent that you want this. So say if you want it to be 1%, it'll place them at 1% down, and it moves them as the coin drops. So it's really hard to explain because this bot works differently, but that's how it does it. This has been working for me. Now, how does it buy initially? So it looks at this right here, and it goes, we're looking at TradingView or QFL. So QFL is different. They show you how to use QFL, but this is looking at support levels, and TradingView is looking at, you pick a minute, and you can basically, off of this, you can pick how many, or what signal. Do you want it to be on a buy, a strong buy, stuff like that. Composite, you can do the same thing, but pretty good. Pretty cool, but it's working, so I don't know. So let's say we create the bot. We're just going to keep this simple. I know I'm blabbing and all over the place because this is a new thing for me. So after you create it, you can see here, this is what I got going. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, so then what I'm going to do, then it shows up in your bots here. So I'm not going to start this. After you make it, you have to view it and then start it to start trading. That's the other thing that I noticed. So the first one I made, I just made it and thought it was going to go, but then it says it's not working. So you can shut the bots on and off based off of that. Now, the cool thing, so once you have a bot up and running, you can view it. You can see what your profit's been like. You can see right here, today, 0.72 BNB in profit. We did 83 trades. There's 8 active trades, and we've made the total amount of profit we made is 1.5 BNB and $22.47 profit. So you can see the open trades, how many safety orders are on each trade, all the actions that the bot is making in real time right here, the profit, your current positions, how much you're holding in that, and then which profitable pairs. I mean, all the good charts and stuff like that. And as this goes, you'll get to see like a chart of how the daily profit is and stuff like that. Now, this is the cool part. So if you guys want to use this, check this bot out here, you can just click the link. So I'll put this down here so you can see, I can copy and paste this. You guys can see the link, and you'll be able to look at the bot there. So the links for these will be down below, so you can check out the bot. And then basically, once you go through and hit this link, it's going to bring you right to my bot so you can see. And if you want to actually even copy the settings, you can just hit copy here, and then you can go and tweak it so it fits your balance. So pretty cool that you can do that, and that it has a social aspect to it. But yeah, you guys were asking about 3Commas. I wanted to cover it and show you guys what I've been looking at so far, and I'll continue to check this out and update you guys on what it's like in the future. But that's all I got for today with this. And if you guys have questions, leave them below, and I'll cover them in future videos. And once again, links for everything are down below. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.